Hello, my name is Marissa, and this is Marissa Cooks. Today we'll be making a red velvet cake. I'm dressed in my red, white, and blue for 4th of July, and that is why we're making a red velvet cake. Now let's look at the ingredients. We have flour, salt, cocoa powder, sugar, canola oil, eggs, red food coloring, vanilla extract, buttermilk. We have some baking soda and vinegar. So first thing we need to do before we cook any meal is wash our hands and put our hair up. If you're a guy, don't worry, it should be fine. But girls, our hair can fall into the food and that can be a disaster. When people go to eat your food, they can get a hair and that is just gross. Last time I checked, you don't want a hair in your food. So we're first gonna put our hair in a ponytail. And if your hair is really short and you're a girl, you don't have to do that. And now we're gonna go wash our hands. Let's get cooking. So our very first step is to add flour, salt, and some cocoa powder into a small mixing bowl. We're going to add 2½ cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, and then we're going to add 1/4 cup of cocoa powder to the mixture. Now I've already added the flour and the salt, and now we're going to add the cocoa powder. So the cocoa powder is very light, so it will fly in your face if you're not careful. So you have to be super careful when working with this cocoa powder. Okay, I opened it only halfway because if you open it all the way, it gives you a more likely chance to spray it in your face. So right now I have a 1/4 cup mixing or measuring cup, and we're just gonna scoop in the amount given. Our mixture. Now we're just going to fluff it, and that's just where you kind of mix it around so that it looks like one whole mixture, not like a swirl cake, you know? You want it to be like one cake looking. Now we're just going to mix it up so that's just one color. Now that the first step is done, let's move on to the second. Okay, so now we're on part 2. With our mixture set aside, we're going to combine the oil and the sugar, which is 1 1/2 cup and 1 1/2 cup. We're going to mix that until that looks pretty consistent. So we're just going to take our 1 and then our 1/2. So let's open up the sugar. Let's get another spoon for these ingredients. Let's put in 1. Okay. 1 cup in. And we're going to add a 1/2 cup now. Okay, now we have the 1/2. Pour that in. Now we have to add in the oil. I'm actually only going to put 1 cup in, and then I'm going to add the 1/2 cup later. So we're just going to open this up real quick. Put in the 1 cup. So it's right at the line. I'm just going to pour that in. And now we're going to mix it. Mixed our sugar and oil mixture. I took the time to clean out our measuring cups because oil in measuring cups is never good. So I just cleaned that, washed my hands again, and now we're going to move on to part 2 of step 2. We're going to mix in the eggs. So let's crack these. 1 egg. 2 egg. And if you have a compost, go ahead and throw it in the compost. So now we're just going to mix the eggs in. So now this mixture is looking pretty, I don't know how to describe it, kind of custardy, see? And so now we're just going to add our food coloring and our vanilla extract. So we have to put in 1/4 cup of red food coloring, so that is red velvet cake. So we're going to add the 1/4 cup of food coloring. And over there. And now we're just going to pour that in. It's like blood. Ooh, scary. And red food coloring has no taste to it whatsoever. Just proved it. Buttermilk, we have our mixture. Let's just pour the buttermilk into the amount that we need, which is 1 cup. Okay, so now I'm just gonna add some of the cocoa into this mixture. Okay, about half. And now we're just gonna mix in the batter that I put in. And then we're just going to add a little bit of buttermilk after we're done mixing. And now we're just mixing. Okay, now we're going to add just a little bit of buttermilk. I put about half of it in there. Oh, skill. Now we're gonna mix again. Now we're just gonna add a little bit more of the powder. Okay. Now we're gonna stir again. More buttermilk. Okay, now we're gonna mix again. And then just repeat the process till all of your mixture and buttermilk is gone. All done. Now, in a red velvet cake, you have to be kind of sciencey because you have to actually create a chemical reaction and add baking soda and vinegar. So, when we combine the baking soda and vinegar, it's going to have like a volcano effect and it's going to fizz up and it's going to look like lava almost. So, we're going to need 1.5 teaspoons of Arm & Hammer baking soda. So let's get that in real quick. Might be 6 hours later. Oopsies. Bam. Now the baking soda is in, let's add the vinegar. Oh. Bam. Okay. So you're just gonna scoop it. Now we're gonna add the next thing of vinegar. So that's 2 teaspoons. And there's some science for it. Now we just have to mix it a little bit more so that all of the baking soda reacts with all the vinegar. Okay, and now the baking soda and the vinegar is done. Now we're gonna add the combined baking soda and vinegar to our mixture and mix for 10 seconds. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bang. I'm in my 4th of July outfit again. And after the 25 minutes, just take the cake out of the oven, decorate it. First, let it cool though. Frost it and decorate however you'd like. Maybe make it 4th of July because today is 4th of July. Like, subscribe, and please comment any questions and any ideas for the next video.